I've got a famous picture with the Liverpool side with Souness, Sammy Lee, Phil Neal, Bruce Gobler, and I've got a photo on my phone with the team sheet, and I'm on it. I started that game against Liverpool. Unbelievable. Just couldn't get the ball off them. Men against boys, they were just unbelievable. Another situation was when Man City come. I think I don't know he's still alive now. Tommy Caton, centre half, big blonde centre half. He's about 6'5". He got in the corner flag, and I closed him down. There was no way he can get out, and he dinked the ball over my head and got it the other side, and I just stood amazed. I don't believe that. I just thought that's the quality of a first division then, but Premiership now, coming and playing a team from the fourth division. Unbelievable. But great experience. Wolves, Everton, they all come play for nothing. Brilliant, and he put sides out. They put all the top players out, which that's why the crowds come, and we made a lot of money. Well, made money off it. Hopefully, we survived off that tram.
Out of all those teams that you played against then, who was the toughest opposition player that you came up against? Do you think? Because there would have been some real good ones.
Tommy Caton, centre half of Man City, and I just probably stood there and admired was Graham Souness. He just unbelievable. Just threw the ball. Remember the corner. My job was to stand on the goalkeeper. I was standing on Bruce Gobler, and Graham Souness was on my right hand side. We took the corner, and Bruce Gobler, of course, he threw it with one hand over the halfway line. With one hand, right over the halfway line, and Graham Souness was on the end of it. He was next to me 30 seconds ago. Unbelievable.
Did you ever have a word with any of the managers who would have been around then as well? Of your Liverpool's, your Man United. I'm trying to think. Would it have been Souness? Not Souness. Sorry, Paisley would have been Liverpool boss. Is that right? Or would it have been Fagan?
Kenny Dalglish.
Or was it Dalglish? Was it?
Yeah, I think Kenny Dalglish was playing manager. Yeah, he put him down as sub. I don't think Kenny come on. Yeah, they were. I mean, people get all about players when you see them in pubs or restaurants and whatever, and they're just normal people off the streets. But yeah, they used to come in our dressing room and they come for a drink upstairs and they mix with our players and all that. We used to see a lot of Everton players, Liverpool players, when we have a night out, going to Continental and Snobs and the clubs up there. So we used to see them a lot of the time, so we mixed well with them, Sammy lads, because we were all Merseyside lads,
It's amazing to think that those games happened, really, isn't it? Because in this day and age, it doesn't even happen in pre-season, let alone in the middle of a hectic season when they are fighting for the First Division title or the European Cup or whatever. Pre-season these days, if Tranmere play in Everton, it's an Everton 11, which is made up of reserve and youth team players. You're never going to get a full Man United or Liverpool side coming over for a pre-season friendly. So to think that those games happened is remarkable, really.
It is, yeah. But I think in them days, they were more mannered. They knew like if you took a side there, and you put the 11 players out, they probably treat it like a training session, a friendly, like a training session midweek, because we were all midweek games. Unbelievable. Wolves put a good side out. They were great. I said Everton, Liverpool, but the old top class players. I mean, they probably haven't got squads like 30 odd players like they had in them days. You know what I mean? But probably be at 18. But you never see no kids coming on from the youth. It was all full team, for the first team players, which was great. Yeah, it's a pity it doesn't happen now. It's a pity.
It really is. Tell us about the end of the season then. You kind of touched on it already, but you knew your time at the club was over, did you? You felt you had to move on?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I went back to Cavalier for a bit, and then I was marrying Sharon, so I went to West Kirby. They were paying a couple of bob. And I went to West Kirby. The papers was a big shock because I went to West Kirby, and then I went to Bangor City in the European Cup Winners' Cup. They were in the European Cup, which Mark Powell was there. Neville Powell had gone. Neville Powell had let Tranmere. He was there. There's about four or five Tranmere players. Ian McMullen, he was there, and I got a phone call off John Mahoney, and I went to Bangor City, and I had 5 years there. I had 5 years at Bangor City.
And what an experience that must have been, playing in Europe and whatever else. I mean, I can't remember who it was that we had on, but they were telling us just how tough those European games were.
Oh, they were tough, yeah. We come out the arse and we had Fredrikstad the first round. We drew 1-1 over there, and then we brought back. Di Davis was in goal for us actually, and we drew 0-0. So we went through in the away goals. So the next round, Atletico Madrid had just beat Celtic behind closed doors. Atalanta were a big club in Italy. I don't know whether Roma were in it. There was quite a host of clubs in it. And then the draw come out and we had Atletico Madrid. Unbelievable. We got beat 2-0 in the first leg, and it was never 2-0. It was never 2-0. Unbelievable. There was a lad called Viv Williams who played up front, and Atletico Madrid were interested in signing him. He worked at a chicken factory on Anglesey, but he was quick and he was interested in signing him. We went over the second leg, and we got beat 1-0, which was for a little non-league club from the Northern Premier. It was unbelievable. What a scoreline. It was great. I remember counting, or one of the fans told me we had 38 passes without them touching the ball. They were 3-0 up on aggregate, but I must have let it out, but they never touched the ball in about 38 passes. And the crowd gave us a big cheer after the end of the game. Di Davis was winding them up in the goal and the bulldog and all that. They loved Di Davis. Yeah, it was a great experience.
So whenever Atletico Madrid or Diego Simeone come on the TV now, you can go, I played against them.
I haven't done it in the pub, but I've been like in local pubs in Lockferry, like in Atletico Madrid come up and one of the lads shouts out, you played there, haven't you, Reg? And some lads go, you're joking, aren't you? I said, he has, like that. So yeah, it's a big joke and all that. And then when I come back from there, well, went to Bangor, went to Southport, Stalybridge, and I signed this cover like for Major Hall. When I got Major Hall, I signed for Major Hall, and that was it then. My nickname was Euro.